Willkommen zurück. Ich mache doch weiter. Ich habe nämlich im Internet geguckt und frage mich natürlich, warum ich nicht für längst versucht habe, die Polizeiuniform anzuziehen. Die haben wir ja schließlich. Und nicht einfach so aus Jux und Dollerei.
May I help you, officer?
I must speak to Mr. Bernadotti. There's been trouble at the refugee camp. He will want to learn the details.
The camp, you say? Aye, sir. You can go in.
Na bitte, wer sagt's denn?
Jerry, that was almost too bright an idea to enter a bandit lair, not just disguised, but disguised as a copper.
Rums. Ja, ey, wir müssen doch bestimmt irgendwo eine Treppe hoch. Oder? Nee. Hier ist keine Treppe nach oben. Sind wir jetzt wieder draußen? Natürlich. Ah, okay.
The silver and treasure, mate. Loads of pirate gold buried somewhere around, just waiting to be found.
It's all right, there's no treasure.
But maybe there is. I just need to crack the bloody riddle.
Haben wir schon geknackt.
Jerry, look! This seems familiar.
Ah. Wow.
An amazing piece of culture. I imagine many collectors and museums would be interested in having it.
Okay.
A Dogon statue from West Africa. A century old at least. Masks, traditional for the Chokwe people of Central Africa. VH Grindley Flow Blue tableware. This is what lies behind the facade of Bernadotti Company Limited.
Okay.
Running late, officer. Your friends left not too long ago. If the damn idiot hadn't stolen the canary, I'd be bathing in silver down in the mines. Instead of this. What a dull day, eh? What a dull day, eh?
Über den Zeppelin, Titelseite. Okay. Da kommen wir nicht ran. Da kommen wir auch nicht ran. Aber da.
This is it. This is where all the magic happens.
Ist das für einer? Okay, aber sprechen wollen die nicht.
I suppose it's Mr. Bernadotti with our fine governor. "1875. It's taken a few years back. John, how many people in Cordona have a photograph with the governor, do you think?
You definitely don't have one.
Excuse me, Mr. Bernadotti is busy right now. Sir, you're obstructing the light. Could you step back? Sir, you're obstructing the light. Could you step back?
I don't know who you are, but someone will be punished for letting you in. First, let's talk. Whenever you're ready. I'd hate to intrude.
Oh.
Bad news. The thug you sent to the refugee camp only succeeded in stabbing himself. His next and final journey will be to the morgue.
Hold your horses. Who the hell are you?
Sherlock Holmes. And you are Niccolo Bernadotti, a smuggler, kidnapper, and notorious cutthroat, among other things.
Few men would dare waltz into my office and address me like that. You are either overconfident or unintelligent. This is private property. Give me one reason why I should not shoot you on the spot. I am sure my friends at the station would call it self-defense.
Mr. Bernadotti, do you know the name Boniface Mercurio?
I do not.
Mercurio was a local artist. Recently, a man broke into his apartment, ransacked the place, and killed him. The thief was looking for something.
You are testing my patience, boy.
In a moment, the connection will reveal itself. I was hired, privately, to investigate the recent theft of a painting from an art gallery. My investigation led me to a man from your organization, and thus, to you, Mr. Bernadotti.
That is quite a stretch. Why would I need to steal a painting when I could buy anyone I wanted? So this painting is why you broke into my office.
As I said, your man was found dead in the refugee camp. He was there to kidnap a woman, but the other refugees intervened to try and save her. The ensuing scuffle resulted in the man's accidental suicide. He sported the same tattoo as your men in this building. In fact, it also bears a resemblance to the one on your neck. Care to explain what business your man had with this woman?
You have no idea what you are talking about. I can assure you this was no kidnapping. The refugees in the camp are on edge. What happened there is a tragic accident, one I am not responsible for.
For what reason was your man there if not to abduct her?
Why would I answer? You are yet to justify your presence in the slightest. So many words, so little action. When you barged into my office, Mr. Holmes, I got the impression you wanted to talk business. Now I see you had come just to talk. Tell me exactly what you want, or get out.
It was necessary groundwork for what comes next. I have enough evidence to conclude that the gallery thief, the artist's killer, and the dead man in the camp are all the same person.
Your time is almost up, Mr. Holmes.
Before you draw your gun, there is one final detail I am yet to mention. The young woman your man was tasked to collect from the refugee camp had been defiled at a perverse masquerade party. That violation was captured in a photograph by Boniface Mercurio and used as a reference for his painting. The photo shows the attacker's face.
Finally. That's why you're here, Mr. Holmes. You have the photograph.
It is what your man was after when he broke into Mercurio's apartment, and it is what you're after too, isn't it, Mr. Bernadotti?
You have the photograph with you. How much do you want for it?
I am not naive enough to carry it with me, and I am compelled to ask why you want it. Who is the man visible in the photograph? An associate?
Not yet, Mr. Holmes. Though with this picture, that may change. The man in the photo is a British envoy on Cordona.
What exactly do you want from him?
My business dealings are often arduous in their bureaucracy. A man in his position, willing to look the other way, could ease my work significantly. In return, I will make sure no one looks his way either. A favor for a favor.
Also known as blackmail, the modus operandi of any true professional.
It was not originally my idea. Mercurio set things in motion, extorting the envoy for the most trivial of ends. Money. In response, the envoy hired my man to retrieve the painting and the photograph, eliminating Mercurio's leverage. I only learned the whole story after the artist was killed in his home.
And rather than extricate yourself, instead you took over Mercurio's venture.
It fell into my lap. As a businessman, I simply seized the opportunity. Now, how much do you want for the image?
Why did you send your man to remove the woman from the camp?
Without a photograph, her testimony was the next best thing. Securing her was in everyone's interest. Victims and witnesses all too often disappear. I thought the girl was safer with us. I did not anticipate what would happen at the camp.
I could not help but appreciate the collection of smuggled artifacts in your storeroom. You have rather diversified your business.
Oh, high and mighty of you, Mr. Holmes. Not all smuggling is immoral. I pay generous rates to developing cultures and spread their culture to eager buyers. And furthermore, I supply many immigrants with a taste of home.
A very convenient way of thinking.
I have traveled wildly, Mr. Holmes. I've seen people in far-flung lands for whom my services are a lifeline. Without them, they would starve. The tax on cargo is often so absurd that it would be more profitable to simply sink your ship than dock it in the harbor. And trust me, I am speaking from experience.
I saw refugees from the camp at your warehouse. They work for you.
I have made certain arrangements with City Hall and the police. Thanks to me, refugees can work and be paid. It's a pathway to freedom.
And how much do you save by capitalizing on their cheap labor?
I have heard no complaints. They seem happy just to get out of that slum.
Why should I give you the photograph?
Just name your price.
What if my price were not money? You claim to have connections, Mr. Bernadotti. Perhaps you could improve conditions for the refugees. Give them a chance for a better life.
Ha! I do have connections, Mr. Holmes, but help the whole camp? You are asking too much. I could, however, make arrangements for one person. The woman who was violated will have her own home, outside the camp, solely for her and her child. She will no longer be a refugee, but a princess. That I can guarantee.
Is that really possible?
It will be neither fast nor easy, but I can do it. She deserves it, don't you agree? And as for her abuser, he will serve me, as much as he deserves.
So, in your plan, everybody will be given their due. Especially you, Mr. Bernadotti.
Seems like a fair deal, no?
Oh.
I doubt anyone could offer you better. Simply give me the photograph, and the world becomes a better place. I give you my word.
What makes you think you can decide what's best for these people?
Such is the arrogance of British imperialism. I take your point.
I am positive our deal will benefit everyone. I am positive our deal will benefit everyone.
Okay, hat er jetzt das Foto gegeben oder was?
I am positive our deal will benefit everyone.
Hallo?
I opened the front door for you. Please, sir, do not linger.
Okay, hallo? Gedankenspiel. Ich verstehe das nicht. Ich komme hier nicht weiter. Ich komme nicht weiter. Aber was muss ich jetzt machen? Ist alles erledigt. So, jetzt haben wir den Haupteingang geöffnet. Das hat wir alles.
Sherry, don't you think this office suits me?
Ja, und du? Was muss ich jetzt machen?
The Bernadotti Company Limited Trade Network reaches the most distant colonies of the Great Empire.
It must be very convenient for a man like Bernadotti.
Was müssen wir jetzt machen?
Excuse me, just one question.
Do I look like a copper snitch?
Ja, jetzt kommen wir raus wieder. Ich weiß jetzt, was ich machen muss. Okay, mach beim nächsten Video weiter. Danke fürs Anschauen. Tschüss.